This is a GTA Wire product. Be sure to check out gtawire.com for ways to support and explore other content.
This is May.
We do have a little bit of production now for this episode, and it's just shout out to Bobby B for the nice little voiceovers at the intro and the ends of GTA Wire products. Pilot season's almost over. I will say that. I won't tell you when the season premiere is, but May will be the last full month of pilot season. I'll say that much.
And we're really trying, you guys. I mean, we're trying to try, you guys. Don't worry about that. It's been the pilot season. We've been consistent, and as is most shows, consistency is key. And
I shared that earlier today on my story. Continue with your thought before I bring up the quote.
But yeah, no, consistency is key. And so for us to be here now, 7 weeks in, eight if you count zero, it's it's real it's honestly really insane to think about. 8 weeks, that's 2 months. So uh we're slowly but surely.
Well, I like that we've had two very different months because so the quote that I had was the future belongs to the consistent, not the talented, not the lucky, but the one who shows up even when it's hard. Show up. And motherfucker, however we felt excited about for this is April, March, so easy. Motherfucking April.
Yeah, April sucks. Guys, I'm actually sick right now as we record this. So if the audio sounds off, it's because I'm possibly pneumonia, possibly a chest cold, something. I don't know what is
And if
happening
it
to
sounds
me.
great, shout out Adobe Podcasts Enhance.
Exactly. So yeah, you guys, no, shit is April. Did you see all that rain we had too? There was not a
Rain,
lot to
snow.
there was not a lot to enjoy about it. Um, and so I even had a freaking fire. There was an apartment fire that I had to have the department come and not put it out, but assist in helping us after we put it out, meaning that I had to use a fire extinguisher for real. If you guys have those chargeable battery ports that you can walk around and charge your phones with, just keep your eyes on them. Don't leave them on the charge for longer than they need to be because ours spontaneously combusted in the middle of the night. And if I wasn't keenly aware with fire alarms and stuff, I could have died this past month, you guys, and this would be a completely different show right now. And I'm not even saying that to just amp that up. I'm saying that because it's a fully legit possibility. Um, and
For
it's
the record,
scary
I
as fuck.
picture like the Christmas episode of The Simpsons when Bart opens up his presents early and then hits a fire truck on the electrical cord.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that Christmas episode.
But how does it, looking at the silver lining of it, we talked about on Van Holden tonight, like the day after it happened. Uh, but I don't know. I think whenever I say as a man, I do mean a human. But you have this moment and you now know what your fight, flight, or freeze reaction is, and it's one of those things of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but then the thing is yeah, but I wouldn't be so fucking traumatized if things didn't keep trying to kill me kind of situation.
It's true. The trauma is so real, right? The PTSD from that. Every little noise I hear now fucks me up,
Mhm.
at least for the next little bit.
Are you like that if you smell anything off then? Because like fire
Yeah,
and like has a very,
everybody.
especially lithium.
Yeah, no, like bonfires and now the smell of a bonfire and stuff even. Um, I smelt an oven in a kitchen at work and that was not triggering, but like at least sense is alarming,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, no, just I've obviously been on high alert ever since. Um and yeah, no, like shit's been brutal, you guys. The rain, the sickness, the fire, life, everything else around it.
A benefit I had for March is I was so busy wrestling, like it distracted me.
You
And
were.
then and then this fucking month, not wrestling. I at least did stand up this past weekend, but like my car is so fucked up. I'm basically my transmission is so shot. It takes me like fucking almost 25 seconds to get from like 20 to 45 kilometers an hour. And then also like it feels like I'm driving standard because I have to like watch the RPMs and such.
Oh my God, really?
Like it's not safe. But then it's like I don't even know how much it's gonna cost me. But the biggest thing for me is like, okay, you fix it, I can't pay for it. You're just gonna keep my car on this lot until I pay you, probably in my mind, because the transmission's like the most expensive part in the fucking thing that can go wrong in a fucking car. So it's gonna cost like $2,500, and like, is a car even fucking worth that?
Mm.
Like ideally, best case scenario, my house gets sold this month and I have money to either fix this car or buy a new car.
I mean, I like the sounds of that in terms of the best case scenario there. Uh, no, the transmission, that's is fucked. I think though, like worst case scenario that happens. Best case scenario, you take it in and you're like, hey, can you look at what's happening? And then they say, oh yeah, like actually it's an easy fix and it's cheap.
I
That's
feel
best
like
case scenario.
also I'm past the point of if I got it checked earlier, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Mm,
Like at least with my wheel, I did bring it in to get checked, but they didn't find it. And then they try to say, well, he was supposed to come back a day or two later. And I'm just like, A, I'm busy. B, my fucking anxiety of just like, once again, I'm not gonna kill myself, but if the car happens to catch on fire, I don't know if I'm gonna try to leave.
bro,
It's also a cool way to die.
car fire?
Yeah. I've this is why like I know I'm mentally I don't like the term mental health because people are like mental health isn't real or whatever. It's like no, it's mental like health. Like there are levels to the health. I understand I'm a little bit on the more unhealthy side of it, but like I've thought way too many times of if the car's on fire, would I scream?
Mm.
Because like I think I just accept it. I leave or I accept it.
Bro.
Like if my car's on fire and I'm standing outside it, I'm lighting something. Like I'm not gonna like pretend I'm cool to light it on the fire, but I'm gonna pull a joint out of my pocket or a cigar and just be like, "This is it. Like this is what's happening."
It's it's the hand that life deals you, right? And it's like,
Well, this is why I self sabotage. This is why I have the fear of success. I welcome failure. I don't know what the fuck to do with success.
I know. And especially fucking like you and I, not for nothing here, but we didn't really have the fucking yellow brick road paved for us to follow, you know?
I was told to quit school in grade six. Uh, I was never supposed to go to post secondary, and I didn't. I dropped out of high school. Uh, I was talking to this my sister in law around Easter when I gave them the chocolate and the Tetris thing, and I'll ask you this question: do you picture retirement?
Yeah, but only because I have a vision for what I would like it to be.
Okay, so what's your idea?
Uh, retire in the place that I was sort of born, not Aurelia, Coldwater, just up north and adjacent. It's a small little village town, and that's my like it already is a retirement community pretty much.
And like, how old are you?
65. That's the definition age, right? But at the same time, I don't know how to achieve that. I don't know how to fucking uh
You're not diversifying your. Both of us at this point of recording have not filed our taxes. One of us is trying to file their taxes. The other one has accepted that they might not file this year.
one of us had to backlog 5 years worth
I had to do
as well.
three.
Exactly.
I
So
owed money. The pandemic happened. I didn't know if my tax person died. And then I did it and I got money back. I was surprised.
pandemic fucked up a lot of things, you're right. And so yeah, no, it's diversifying the portfolio. No, yeah, that's all stuff that
So I don't
I don't
picture
get.
retirement. I think and it wasn't until I asked my sister-in-law this, but like I picture death or I make enough money in this. Now what my vision is retiring in 8 years and just disappear into the woods and enjoy my 40s before I die at 52. But I'm now just realizing, and I had this little exercise when I was going through like my own little internal vision quest, October, November, December, around my birthday, of like, okay, if I didn't have to do anything, what would I do in my day? And then I'm working backwards from it because like setting up the studio I'm in right now is in a bedroom in my basement. And I'm like, oh, if I move to like a 1 bedroom like roommate situation, which I don't think I could be a roommate because I'm too loud, just like on podcasts. Not even like just loud as a person, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna do a fucking Twitch stream and then go, this motherfucker. But so it's like I don't think I can really like have a 1 room situation, but like a studio apartment of like how much space do I actually need? And then it's like, ideally, I have like a basement, like a whole house where there's like living room, dining room, whatever. The basement is more of like, here's the podcast setup and whatever. And then the bedrooms are upstairs. But then I'm like, okay, what does like a 2 bedroom apartment look like? Okay, what does and that's what I'm working on now is like, what would a studio apartment look like for me? And what I came to realize, and I hate that it's like, what do I want to do? And then how would I create content out of it, kind of. But it's, I realized that my dream was to be a presenter. My dream was never to be a WWE superstar, but I wanted to be like, not Ryan Seacrest per se, but that job, like Howie Mandel on America's Got Talent, or he's a judge on there, but like the presenter on there, Terry Crews, I think now. Like I wanted to be that of like, hey, these are talented people, and like now that I'm thinking about it, I had an idea of like touring around Canada and doing a variety show on CBC, but I was like, what would I look like if I had no obligations in my life?
Mhm.
And it's like, I'd wake up and work out because I know I have to. And working out could just be going for a walk, could be actually doing a workout, at the bare minimum, stretching. Okay, I like small towns. I would drive to a random town, go find a diner, and have breakfast. And then I'd go for a hike or find an art gallery and then have dinner at a restaurant there and find a coffee shop. And then I'll go home. Like that would be my perfect day. I have pets. I can't really do that. But then I was like, okay, well, can I do that once a week? Can I do that once a month? And then that's where it is like the spreading out content from it, whatever. But it's like, oh, I've never pictured retirement. I've never pictured vacation because I just thought like you either always work or you end up dying.
Fucking, and sometimes life just moves so fast, you just wake up and you're dead.
That's the thing with me. It's like I don't have experience with like disease killing somebody.
Mm.
I have experience with like my grandma right now. She's 93. She's just getting declining, but nothing's taking her out. And then we just had Chip Chambers on Dead Parents Society, which I think will be the episode at the end of May. And his father had diabetes, lost his leg, and then had cancer, I believe. And like they kind of were preparing, but even then, it's like I don't know what that's like. I know what it's like to find your dad dead in your fucking bed.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's like to have your pet die on the way to the vet because she had like a little heart attack or something, or waking up and your dog died in her sleep and she's rigor mortis is kicked in. Like, I know sudden death and how to react to that. I don't know the slow decline.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. And it's unfortunate, that fucking that's how that's how this shit moves sometimes.
But I look at that as like, it's not unfortunate because that just means we don't deserve to be alive. Because like I don't practice gratitude because I always think about the person in the hospital. I always think about the person in the ventilator, the paralyzed person.
Yeah, it is hard when that's where you source back to. I know what you mean by that.
Like there's two things that like trigger my like sympathy, and it's panhandlers or like actively homeless people, and people like in wheelchairs.
Yeah, they didn't ask for that.
Yeah, and like a lot of people, a couple bad paychecks away from being homeless, and then the wheelchair is like your whole life is a struggle.
Yeah, no. Real emotional impact, I would say, even on me in a lot of ways too. Likewise what you're saying. And I feel it like even so much more like those two scenarios, but like call me compassionate, but yeah, that's yeah. I just wish that I could fucking heal everybody. It's a weird fucking or like help or make them happy or just like cheer them up. It's a weird thing. But then at the same time, like it, I'll just sit here and suffer. But like I'll see somebody like you're saying, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, man, I want to go out of my way to make sure that person's fucking feels all right and valued and,
I
whether it's a
think
wheelchair or yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
I think I get so sympathetic and compassionate towards them that it prevents me from working harder because then I'm just like, who the fuck am I? Like at some point tonight, pre-recording, recording, I don't fucking remember. But I mentioned how like every time I just go like nothing you do matters. And I don't mean because there's a lot of like narcissistic self help out there that's like, you're the main character. You can choose. That's up to these. I heard this story recently. So I think every fucking social circle has like the one person that everyone has a bad story about. And this person got brought up. And then it's like, yeah, he kind of screwed me over on like a car ride or something. And then during the pandemic, at one point, he asked me because we were all hanging out in the group chat of someone's Twitch stream. And then he's like, are we friends? And first off, this is a grown ass man asking that. And I was just like, the fuck? But then when the guy explained how he felt wronged by this person, instead of the person taking accountability, they just went, well, that's a you problem. I can't comprehend the fucking narcissism, but then the like victimizing themselves of, hey, are we good? Oh, I fucked you over? Well, you need to get over. Like, that just doesn't commute with me. That's like 101079. And it's like, wait a minute. No.
Yeah. No, I fucking hear you.
And I will admit though, like hearing those stories about people and knowing like I can't comprehend with them, that does make me a better person. Cause I'm just like, oh, I'm not a piece of shit. I think I'm a piece of shit. I think I'm a worthless sack of whatever, but there's no actual stories of this. And then also any stories where I've been the villain, I can accept accountability where it's justified.
Yeah.
But I think that also comes from like apologizing for things that weren't your fault or didn't need to be apologized for. Like I think that's something I was talking about with a friend this month at some point of if you love they found out something about someone they love and care about that they were surprised by and it's like a legal thing and then
Mm.
it's like but it got dropped but like that was there and it's like should I tell? I was like, well, here's the thing. First off, congratulations for having a fucking problem that only like really entertainers have of like, my buddy did this horrible thing, but he was a good hang with me. As like, do I defend him? Is that my role? Blah blah blah. But it is the first off, you love and care about the person. Secondly, do you love and care enough about the person to have that conversation, especially that it happened so long ago, but you now have this information that they don't know you have.
Mm.
And it's you're at no obligation to tell them what you know. But if it's better, like I'm at the point, this is what I said, like when I will notice like my autism or something clicking in, and I'm like, don't go down that wormhole. It's knowing a video game where like there's a shiny object off to the side, but like it's not about the story. That's just like a collectible for something. I'm like, I'm now not looking at the collectibles.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean with that analogy.
And that's how I am with like my like neurodivergence or whatever. I'm just like that's why like I realize I gotta be grateful to my dad. He smacked a lot of neurodivergent traits out of me by literally smacking me upside the fucking head. Like I remember the first time I got my G1, I went home and I was gonna go to Cineplex to work, and I go to the car. He was supposed to drop me off, and he's in the passenger seat. I'm like, what? He's like, you're driving. I'm like, and I think I got to the end of the driveway, which isn't saying a lot. It's one car length, and I went, I'm not comfortable driving. And he's like, okay, we'll swap. But like me not being able to be like, I can't do it and like overreact or whatever. Because the only real meltdown I can remember having is my mom had a friend whose daughter was around my age. I want to say I was like less than 10, older than 5. But she was clearly like, I always go, there's like two sides of the coin of like neurodivergence. The people that like suffer and disability wise and the people that just suffer and like fucking just try to push through it, the ones that make life harder and the ones that make life impossible. and what happened is she was on that side of like very not communicative, borderline deaf, and I remember, and this is just I'm sorry this turned into a therapy session. But that's what this is podcast work. Go back to the old This Is Brendan episodes where I just did the solo cast. I remember we ordered pizza and there's mushrooms on it. I was like, I don't want mushrooms. I don't fuck with mushrooms. I now fuck with shrooms. Still don't fuck with mushrooms. And my mom's like, oh, just pick it off or whatever. And I freaked out. And I like stormed out and I'm like at the window at this like Pizza Hut or something. And the girl inside is like kind of mirroring my reaction and just 10 times more because she's more on the suffering from neurodivergence. And like, I remember getting mad that's like, oh, you're making her freak out instead of like, oh, I think this just always comes back to, I've never felt comfortable in the world really. So especially somewhere like wrestling that I can control more often than not, I was comfortable, but there was still the fact of it took me like 2 or 3 years to ask for gas money. Like I don't really drive with people right now because I don't want to meet up with them at their whatever locations.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like having these like little things. I was like, yeah, this is called boundaries. And I've never lived in a life where my boundaries were respected, and that isn't I step over other people's boundaries. I'm very cognitive and sensitive to other people's boundaries, but I don't set my own.
Mm-hmm.
And people can't step over your boundaries. I've never had a yard that didn't have a fence because I've had dogs my whole life. So every time I see like a house with like just an open backyard, I go, they don't have dogs. But then I saw like well-behaved dogs that are able to just chill. So it's like just seeing all this stuff, and it's like it's just life's hard. Life's
Is it,
hard. This is
it
May.
bro, is it ever? No, you're absolutely right on that. And yeah, a bit of a heavier one for everybody this is May, but that just means this is June can only get brighter. That's what that means. But at the same time,
Look at you being all positive now.
well, you gotta be. Otherwise, what the fuck's the point?
I'm
You
happy to
use
hear you say that.
you used the word earlier, optimistic. Sometimes that's all you can bring is optimism.
I think that's the secret. It's not about being, I think being happy is being content and at peace. I feel like at peace is a better word than content because that feels like you've just given up. But at peace is, that doesn't mean you're in the perfect situation, but you're not letting it affect you negatively. But I think that is stay optimistic. I think that's going to start ending the things from good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Just have fun, stay safe, stay sane, stay optimistic. I think that's I'm ending it now.
Stay optimistic. That's a good way to look at it.
But real big push for our Patreons. Patreon.com/Brendan C. Patreon.com/The Van Landen.
Yeah, I'll get you guys some more shit coming right up. Don't you worry.
There
I
is going to be a combined thing. So by the time this goes up, hopefully on my Patreon, I have a updated, which by the way, if you're listening to this on the feed, Monday over at the Hub Sports Entertainment Network, we produce a brand new show called Fan First. And just going through the month of memories, it's nicely produced. We got sound clips in there. Fucking, we're just talking about history. It's not Vanna Holden fucking around. It's Corbin and Brendan fucking loving wrestling. And,
mm-hmm.
and this Tuesday, I'm going to try to do a 12-hour stream, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., twitch.tv/Brendan C. Or sorry, Brendan Holden. I also just put in the application to get TikTok Live. So Vanna Holden tonight may be on TikTok Live next week.
Oh shit.
Uh, and the other thing I'm pushing our Patreon because of the way that it is, the way to get our unedited free content is become a free member. You don't have to pay. You just need to join. We can communicate directly with you and you'll get the unrestricted ad-free links of any feeds that we do because we can't control Twitch ads, Instagram taking us down. So it'll be always on our Patreons. But a lot of, if you liked the GTA Wire mugs, there will be a way to get it. I'm also, and I need to send over to Van the plans for it. But I have like a rollout schedule of what I want to give people. And that started with a note that we took before we started recording this. So is there anything else you want to touch upon before we go?
I'm sick, guys. So I really need to make it through this sickness. So if on May 1st you're listening, May 2nd, whenever, check in on me. Make sure that I'm still kicking. That's my wellness check for you guys, for me.
Let's promote some upcoming dates we have here. Apparently tomorrow, I'll be in North Bay. I don't know how I'm getting there. I'm gonna message Mark Shaw, see if he has room in his car. May 30th, I'm at PWO. That's at the Germania Club. May 31st, I'm at GCW in some random fucking place that's probably like 3 hours away, and that's a fucking Sunday.
As of right now, you can see me May 9th in Barrie for Barrie Wrestling.
And what's your match, homie?
I'm wrestling Kyle Boone for the heavyweight title. My first like big singles match there. I'm the bad guy now, and I really hate Kyle because he's so handsome and I'm jealous of him. He's the pretty cool boy that I never was in high school, so now I get to take my fucking anger out on him for it.
Thank you guys so much for the support and just listening. Comment down below, send us mail at gtawire.com for anything that you want to say. And then Van Holden tonight, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
7 a.m. Malaysian time. We'll see y'all there, folks.
This is a GTA Wire product. Be sure to check out gtawire.com for ways to support and explore other content. I've been Bobby. Take care of yourself and each other.